Welcome back, everyone. Today we're working on this. Already got a mess going on here, though. This is a oak barrel from Walmart, $54. I've ran into a supply chain issue with my bathtub, so I went through the whole discussion. Thought process, everything along that lines of deciding whether I wanted to build or buy, and really, I wanted to buy so I didn't have to deal with it, but paying $500 for a bathtub is way too much for what I'm doing. I mean, it's just pointless. Way too much money. You got to keep the weight light and weight light. I can't talk today. I don't know why. I'm dealing with my UC a little bit too. Let's come down here. I got to keep the weight in the rig lighter. I need to bring some weight in the back to bring the weight center of gravity back to keep it off the front wheels, because I know I built heavy up front and I didn't have that much room to play with. But the barrel is pretty much where I'm at. I'm waiting on getting done to barrel or tub is what I'm waiting on to get done so I can get down the road, go to people's friends' house and whatnot, start traveling. Whether I travel short distance or long distance, I really need a bathtub. And then I can finish up my heating system, and I can tell you all about that. So anyhow, I was thinking about building my own, and really I just don't want to spend the money because oak or bare wood materials is expensive. Plus I'd have to fiberglass it and go through that whole thing. Then I thought, well, I'll just use a cattle trough stock tank, like a regular stock tank, which I bought one, and it looked like the right size. What I have is a space measured just for a 3 foot by 2 foot, so 2 foot wide. You know what, I haven't even measured this, but it should be wide enough. It's not going to be sitting back in there. 2 foot wide, 3 foot long, and 2 foot high would be plenty of room for a soaking tub. It doesn't have to be nice, it just has to hold the water and hold the weight. And it's not going to outlast the rig, so I don't need a standard bathtub in it. Most houses outlast 50, 60 years, and the same tub's in there that was in there 50 or 60 years ago. We don't need that in this. The vehicle never lasts that long. Not because vehicles don't last, but mainly is parts don't last that long, unless we park it somewhere and then we'll revisit that. So I kept waiting for a 3 foot by 2 foot stock tank, and they have them, and they have 3.5 by 1.5 foot. They basically, what they did is they changed the dimension of the stock tanks, which I can fit in a 2 foot wide, but a 1.5 is kind of pushing it. But they changed the design of the stock tank so they can ship it more efficiently. So they have one that they call a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot, and they have 3 different ones inside that size categories, and they slide inside each other and make it easy for shipping. And really, for stock tanks, it doesn't matter much. So I was hoping I could find one the right size. The only reason I know this is because I have one out in the garden that has asparagus in it. That's the exact dimensions, so I figured it'd be an easy find, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So I decided to buy the barrel. The barrel is a mixture of both the ideas. For one, the barrel is pre-made, and it looks big enough. I got the one with the 4 rings on the top and 4 rings on the bottom of it. I think it's an old wine barrel, and it looks bigger than the other ones because I want it wider, easier to fit in if I ever decide to use it as a soaking tub. I didn't, however, get the bung in it, which I should have got. I just didn't know how high I was going to cut it off. But I don't have the bung, so I'll have to make something for the bung. Maybe I'll just get a big cork stock brush, shove it in there, and then fiberglass it all up. I would, however, like to keep the color of it, but it's not priority to keep the color of it, because I realized this was a wine barrel, and it has this beautiful patina color to it. Let's go look. And it's all oak. And right now what you see down in there, this was all loose. Whenever I cut the top off of it, it would move a lot. That is fiberglass resin sitting in the corners to help seal it up and bind it together. It's the first step of all of this is going to happen. Thank goodness I'm doing this in nice weather, so it'll set up quite quickly. And the other stuff on it is called pill ply, and what it does is prep the surface for laying on multiple layers of fiberglass. Right now I have resin in the corner, and then I have some thickened epoxy in there, and it is setting up right now, holding it together. I almost left it on the ground, and I figured I'd end up stuck to the ground. Right now I'm stuck to a couple boards, but that should be easy to take care of a little later on. Besides, I kind of need it sticking up. I just wish I would have done a better job about squaring it up. Once this dries, you see the holes or the light through there. You can see how you can kind of see through it. This is not, I mean, it's too dry right now, so water will leak through it like a sieve. What they normally do is they keep liquid in it. It absorbs into the barrels, and the barrels expand and swell and keep it watertight. However, I'm not going to keep liquid in it. I'm going to keep it dry, so I need to do something to allow it to hold water regardless whether it's dry or not. And the best solution I figured is a fiberglass, like a fiberglass boat. I can have fiberglass in this. I can make it watertight. I can make it hold everything I need. I don't really want to do the sanding, but we'll figure out from there. I don't have to do all the cutting for it, and basically I'm going to start together on it. Once I get the this in, I will have a wood barrel tub. Should look really interesting in there, and I can double as a shower and as a bathtub, which will also be good. This is just roughing in. I said I just poured the fiberglass down there in the cracks, and next thing we'll be doing a coat of fiberglass on the bottom, and then I'll actually lay glass on top of it. So I'll do epoxy resin on the bottom, then I'll add some glass on top of it. And I think I got some color coding in there, so I'll probably color it white. Don't know yet. The bottom's not totally flat, but I think I can make it work. But and then we'll work up on the sides from there, probably filling in and wetting out the wood on the sides, and then fiberglassing up from there. I mean, as much as I really would like to do it, I don't have the product I need to keep it clear, but it is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, and it smells like wine, like a red wine. But I'll probably end up making that all white on the inside, and it'll be waterproof with fiberglass. The only reason I don't want to do fiberglass is it's quite flammable, actually. So this will be the only little fiberglass I'll have in there, and yeah, even the fireproof paint doesn't keep it from burning. But hopefully with it being in the tub, and we'll seal it outside or make the outside look nice. Maybe we'll put wax on the outside, do an organic thing. I don't know if I want to stain it or not. Either way, that's a good looking tub. I tried to buy one of those stand-up tub things a while back, and it worked, but it collapsed too easy. So I thought about keeping the plastic out of that and putting it in one of these. It's still kind of a tempting sensation, but really I just don't want it to leak. So that's where we're at. Alright, well, I'm going to put y'all back in there. I'm going to go see where my power situation's at. And I'm going to maybe build some shelving, because that's also on the list. So, see y'all later. Hopefully you're all staying cool out there. I know it's incredibly hot. It is incredibly hot, but if I can get that done, I can finish building this thing out, get that area finished, this area done. And I will say I'm done, and we can move down the road. Sorry, I'm having medical issues. Not unknown medical issues. I'm pretty sure it's just UC flaring up. Okay, so I gotta stay away from stress for a while. Oh, it's getting hot in here. I need to see where my battery's at. I added 2 more panels to the roof, and I ran the air conditioner, the air purifier, and the computer all night last night to upload a video. To be ready to upload a video. Victron Connect is fixing to start running it off the Raspberry Pi if I can. Let's see, how much power we bring in? Oh, 681 watts. Considering that we have 1,000 watts available, it's kind of low. I guess 700 watts. I don't know why we're not bringing in any. I highly suspect that we have a problem with that Y connection we bought. I don't know why it's not connecting to the battery thing. There we go. Got it on the right angle. We must just have too much between here and there. Oh, we're back up to 53. We was at 30 earlier. Where are we at? 38. Yeah. I don't know if we'll top it off today or not. We'll see. Usually power stops here around 4 o'clock, so I got 2 more hours of it, so I'll probably only get up to 73 because of the way that I'm sitting right now, sitting up on the property. I actually get shade at that point, so I'm not getting a full day's worth of power. I'm using this as an experimental time to see kind of what I should expect in the winter time, because I'm only getting about 5 good hours of sunlight a day, which in the desert in the winter time is what I'll roughly get. Have a backup. I just haven't hooked it up because I'm working on other things. Ooh, it's getting warm in here. Alright. First full coat all the way around. I got white down in there. I gotta sand everything out again, and then I will drop another coat of white polyurethane on top of it. See if we can get solid color, and I'll probably end up sanding it one more time, then I will square off the top of this, and then I think maybe paint it with a different, we'll see how solid it is and how much resin we have. I had to buy an extra gallon. It was $100 for 1 gallon of fiberglass resin, and that I don't think it's going to be enough to do the whole thing, and I don't want to spend that kind of money on this, so we'll see where we're at. Maybe I'll get me some brass for the top or some other things. I think I'll paint the rings black and polyurethane the outside of the oak barrel. It'll make it a very defined look and make it really clean looking. I did have to, however, since I gooped everything in place, had to remove the rings and slide the rings down so there wasn't such a gap in between it and the wood, because I don't want the wood moving at this point and expanding like it was designed to do, because I got fiberglass filler in there. What I'll do is just crack the joint and remove my seal. So I moved the wood farther down, and it's pretty tight on there. I used a hammer to slam it down closer to it so it should hold it. There's a little bit of light in there. It might need some more fiberglass on the lower portion of it. You can see the light there too, I bet you. So we'll see. Most of my time is going to be put towards making it watertight. Has a really nice echo in here. That's kind of cool. Some of that light might just be coming through because of the way it's set up. So we'll see. We'll get it done right and get it together and get it in there.